In a market as hot as Southeastern Massachusetts, your home's first impression doesn't happen at the curb anymore. It happens in a split second on a tiny screen. Today, we're going to break down a simple truth. The quality of your listing photos isn't just a minor detail, it's the key that can literally unlock thousands of dollars in your home's value. So here's the reality of it. A buyer is swiping through hundreds, maybe thousands of homes. Your listing has, maybe 2 seconds to stop their thumb from moving? 2 seconds. If you don't catch their eye in that instant, you're basically invisible. So how in the world do you clear a hurdle that high? And that leads us to a really critical and maybe a little uncomfortable question you have to ask yourself. This isn't just about getting a few more clicks, it's about your bottom line. Are your photos right now actively pushing buyers away and costing you real money? For a lot of people, the answer is unfortunately yes. I mean, the source material just puts it out there, plain and simple. There's really no gray area here. Blurry, dark, or just kind of amateur-looking photos don't just look bad. They actively shrink your pool of potential buyers. It's a straight-up cause and effect. It is so tempting to just pull out your phone, right? The cameras on these things are incredible these days. And so almost everything, yeah, they're fantastic. But for selling your home, probably your biggest asset, it is absolutely the wrong tool for a very, very high-stakes job. The difference is just, you're about to see just how stark it is. This comparison really says it all, doesn't it? Look at the image on the left. That's what happens so often with a phone. The bright window is completely blown out, the room kind of feels warped and small, and the colors are just dull. It feels untrustworthy. But now look at the right. A professional with the right gear creates a completely different feeling. The light is balanced and inviting, the space feels open and honest, and the colors just pop. You want to step right inside. That right there is the difference between just a listing and a home. So, if the phone is the wrong tool, what's the right one? Well, it's not just about a better camera. It's about having a complete media strategy, one that's designed to solve that huge first impression problem from every single angle. And the really crucial point here is that it's a complete package. Amazing photos are the foundation, for sure, but then short videos add life and a sense of flow. Floor plans, they answer all those practical questions about size and layout, which builds a ton of confidence. And virtual tours, they let buyers explore the space on their own terms, which keeps them engaged way longer. Altogether, they tell a complete, compelling story that a few photos just never could. And this is a really key detail for this specific market. For places like the South Coast and Cape Cod, which attract a ton of buyers from out of state, a virtual tour isn't just a nice little bonus. It's a game-changing tool that can seriously make or break a sale for someone who can't just pop over for a showing. Okay, this all sounds good in theory, but does it actually work? Well, the source material gives us a perfect case study that shows just how dramatic the impact can be. Let's really look at the numbers here. So here's the situation. A seller listed their Cape Cod condo using their own photos. And the result? Well, the space looked exactly like the problems we've been talking about. It felt small, it felt dark, totally uninviting. And not surprisingly, buyers were just scrolling right past it. Then they decided to bring in a professional. And the transformation was immediate. It was like night and day. With the right lighting, the right angles, the exact same space suddenly looked bright, open, and super appealing. The property itself hadn't changed one bit, but the perception of it changed completely. And here is the proof. This isn't just a feeling. This is hard data. The online engagement, we're talking clicks, saves, inquiries, it literally doubled within days of the new photos going live. I mean, think about that. Double the interest just from changing the visuals. That's huge. But hey, doubled engagement is just a number. How does that actually translate to the seller's bank account? Well, it's a very clear path from getting better clicks to getting a better offer. It's a simple, powerful formula that just works. Step 1, you invest in pro media. Step 2, that generates way more online engagement. Step 3, more engagement secures more showings. And step 4, more showings create competition, which leads to stronger, faster offers. It's a beautiful thing. This is really what it all boils down to, building that perceived value. When your online listing looks polished, professional, and trustworthy, buyers just believe the home itself is worth their time to go see in person. And getting them through the door, that's the whole goal. So we'll just end with this. Go look at your own listing, or just think about how you'd present your own home. What story are those pictures telling? Is it a story about a bright, spacious, and valuable property? Or is it maybe telling a story that's costing you buyers? Because in the end, your photos are telling a story, one way or another. You just have to make sure it's the right one.